Okay, so now I want to be able to share files with my students if they miss a lesson. So first of all, I'm going to switch edit mode on, and then I'm going to build content and item, and I'm going to call this one lesson files. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this page open. I'm going to come down to this bit in the control panel, content collection, click on that. I'm going to right click on the course code and say open in a new tab. So this has brought me to a new tab where I can actually create stuff in the content collection. So I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call this folder assignment 3 lesson files. So the reason I put assignment 3 lesson files is because I want this to only be for the files for that learning module. Press submit, and then my folder is ready to go. Now I'll come back to the other tab, and in here I'm going to press, now we have two options here. One is that I could actually just browse the content collection here, and so press browse content collection, find the folder. I'm just going to sort this by name by clicking the name, and then my assignment 3 lesson files is there, and press submit. Then I can even rename this link, so I could call this click here for the assignment files. And I always put track number of views on and press submit. So when a student comes in now, they can click on lesson files, and then it says attached files, click here for the assignment files. Now that's fine. Personally I prefer to do it the other way because it looks a bit nicer, so I'm going to put edit mode back on. I'm going to go to this lesson files and edit. Now I'm going to click the mark for removal button here. You wouldn't have to do this if it was the first time you were doing this approach, but it's so I get rid of that link. Now I'm going to go to this attach file button here on the text box, and I'm going to browse the content collection here, and I'm going to select the assignment 3 lesson files folder, press submit, and then I'm going to change this to click here for the lesson files. Now the reason, I'll just press submit, sorry, and then press submit again. There's a preview of it, what it would look like. The reason I like this approach is that I can now edit this text, so I can make it much bigger for them, and then underneath this I can put some instructions. I mean, I could have instructions underneath in the other option, but with this one I can make that text bigger, and then I can say this will open a new tab, and you can with the lesson files in it, you can close this tab to return to this page. So instructions for the students there. So when I submit that, the student will come into the course, click on lesson files, and now you see I personally think that looks much nicer than the previous one. And when they click there, it tells them what is going to happen. They click there, it opens a new tab at the top here, and they're in the folder. Currently folder is empty. Close it, and they would come back to this page, but we've got this one open. So let's get some. So on my desktop I have a lesson files folder with the date in here. Now I would recommend that for every file folder that you make, you put some indication as to the date. So if I was to make another one, I would make this with maybe the 30th of October, so that the students can see the difference between each lesson that they're going to be accessing. So in this particular one I have 3 files here. I have 2 handouts and a PowerPoint presentation that I did in that lesson. Okay, so let's go to the content collection part of Blackboard where we had that folder that we made before. I'll just sort this by name. I'm going to go, in fact I don't need to do this, I'm going to close this and I'm going to access this the way a student would. So I'm going to go into Lessons, into Assignment 3, click on Lesson Files, click this link here, and now I can upload files into this folder. Now if you have multiple files selected at the top corner here, you can actually upload files, more than one file at the same time, which is quite nice. So it opens this Java program here, and you might get a message saying, do you want to run Java? Press run and then it will. So it's taking a little while to load. Here's the message, so I press run and now we are ready to go. So you will see once you've run the Java, it will take a little while to open, but when you get to this particular page here, you can minimize your browser and you can just grab your lesson files folder and drag it into this big area here, and then it shows you all the files that are in there. Press submit and you'll see them all upload, and now all of those files are in there ready for the students to see. So now when a student comes in, they can click the file, they will see that folder, click in that folder and get whatever it is they want from that folder.